Let us start the water erosion today. So water erosion में definition सबसे पहले देखते हैं. It is the removal of soil from the exposed surface of land by the impact of raindrop and running water, including the runoff from the rainfall, melted snow and ice. Means it is simply removal of soil when surface is exposed. Then due to the impact of the raindrop and running water, the soil removal, it is a water erosion. What is its mechanics? The different geologic actions generated by flowing water over the land surface means different geologic actions that are generated due to the water erosions are hydraulic action, abrasion, attrition, solution, transportations and depositions. And these first four are detachment process. After that, transportation and deposition will go. So let's see first hydraulic action. Hydraulic action is when the water runs over the soil surface, it compresses the soil. As a result, the air present in the void it exerts a pressure on the soil particles, which leads to the soil detachment. Means it is saying that if the water flows on the soil surface, it compresses the soil. Okay, it compresses the soil, and due to which, according to Newton's third law, that air present in the voids, it will exert a back pressure on the soil particles, and due to which the soil particles will detached. The pressure exerted by the air in the voids called hydraulic pressure, and that pressure is the hydraulic pressure only, that was present in the soil. Okay, so the soil particles detached from their places are escorted by the running water, and this detached particle will be escorted by the running water. But hydraulic action is only up to detached. Now, scoring will be happen. That will be in transportation part. This section is more effective, especially when the soil is found in loose condition. Yeah, if soil will be in loose condition, this it will be much effective. Now abrasion. Abrasion is in geologic action, the soil particles mixed in running water and creates an abrasive power in the water by which the flowing capacity of the flowing water to escort the soil particles get increased. Means it is telling that, it's simply telling that when the soil particle mixed in the running water, it will create an abrasive power in the water by which the capacity of the flowing water to escort the soil particles will get increases. Are you getting this? If soil particle will mixed in running water, then running water will have an abrasive power to carry soil particles. एंड वही बोल रहा है कि जब मतलब कि जो यू कैन टेक एग्जांपल ऑफ मडी वाटर विल देन इट हैज द कैपेसिटी टू टेक soil sorry, wait, it has the capacity to take soil with it himself. Okay, due to this effect, greater soil particles are eroded by flowing water. Yeah, greater soil particles will be eroded by the flowing water. The river bank erosions and the erosions from the bottom of the valley are result of the abrasion actions of the running water. Yeah, river bank, क्योंकि जो soil particles को mix करना है ना, तो river bank soil particle will be mixed and it will be eroded, and bottom of the valley and bank also, दोनों. Now what is the attrition? Attrition is it occurs before abrasion. This action includes the mechanical breakdown of the loads running along the moving water due to the collision of the particles with each other. What happens? Mechanical breakdown of the loads. Loads means bada clouds, big clouds. Due to the running water, what will happen? Collision in particles, due to which particles will break, and due to the breaking of the particles, it can be expressed in the other way, that when the big size rock fragments or boulders or pebbles present in the moving water of the stream, then what will they are broken due to the striking with each other, same thing, and that broken particles are moved along the flow velocity, which generates the abrasion. Yeah, if it will flow, then it will same thing, it will generate abrasive power on the bottom and bank of the water course. Okay, and this affects the process of the, means it will affect the water erosion. Now you got this one. So this somewhat it is similar. Now this solution is also a part of detachment. What happens if the process is associated with the chemical action between the running water and the soil? Running water and soil के बीच में some chemical action will be happens, and this type of happening is observed in those areas where existing rocks or soils are easily dissolvable in running water. If it will be able to dissolve in the running water, then only solution will be prepared, na, due to which soil will be detached. Detaching process is also this. So example is CaSO3 in the rocks. In rocks, CaSO3 is present, then it will cause the erode in the soil. Now we have seen the detachment process. Now what is the transportation process? It is the process in which the detached or dissolved soil particles, means this one dissolved soil particles, or these three detached soil particles are carried away from one place to another place. Yeah. So on what parameters it will depend? It will depend on the velocity of the running water. If running water have the more velocity, then it will carry more particles. लार्जर पार्टिकल्स को ज़्यादा कैरी करेगा, लार्जर पार्टिकल को कैरी करना इजी होगा ना, दैट्स वाई. अगर स्मॉल पार्टिकल्स रहेंगे तो वो उसी में सेटल हो जाएंगे ना, तो दैट्स वाई इट विल बी लाइक डिपोजिशन. So transportation will be easy for larger particles. Okay. Now the load means that is big size clouds of soil or rock in the flowing water. If a big cloud will be, then it will be less transportation because deposition will be more here. But here due to the velocity will be velocity is a direct relation, but this load will have the inverse relation, because more size loads means they will settle. So settle means deposition will be increased. Obstacles in the path, if obstacles will come, then how it will able to transport? It will be less transportation. Carrying capacity of the running water if increases, then the greater transportation will occur. Deposition is simply the deposition of the load mixed in the running water. Running water में whatever that transported that is mixed soil is there, that will be deposited. So how it will happen? When the force by which load is transported is reduced to a greater limit, means transportation is getting reduced to a greater limit, then load present in the water tends to settle down. Means whatever the clouds are present in the water, it will tends to settle down or deposit over the flow path. Flow path पे ही deposit होने की कोशिश करेंगे. It means when the resistance is more than the force causing the transportation action in the direction of flow, then it will happen deposition. Okay. So next is saying that the presence of the surface obstruction in the path of the flowing running water tend to cause the deposition in the load, deposition of the load in the water. Same thing. This, if obstacles will come, then it is good for deposition. So these obstructions may stems of the trees, shrubs. These obstructions break down the velocity of the running water as a result of weight of soil clouds in the flow becomes more effective to get deposited. It may be there trees and scruffs. Due to this, velocity of the running water will be break down and it will be more effectively to vegetate. The curve of the meanders or winding courses of streams also cause the reduce to the flow velocity and thereby causing the deposition. If curve of the meanders and the winding courses, I don't know, but it will also reduce the flow velocity only, so it will be good for our depositions. Now see what are the factors for the water erosions. What factors generally we factors that will affect is can be written as in these equations: climate, soil, vegetation, and topography. Climate can be cannot be controlled, but another thing can be controlled because see here, climate means rainfall, temperature, wind, humidity, solar radiation. It cannot be controlled. The total amount of the intensity of the precipitation affect the runoff as well as the erosion. So amount and intensity, how much amount and how intense precipitation, it will affect runoff and also erosion also. Runoff, so we have already seen in that hydrology. Evaporations, dash. So erosion also it will be affected. Like due to the runoff, rainfall, soil erosions, and this is the mean annual rainfall. Mean annual rainfall. If the erosion with the natural vegetation undisturbed, means natural vegetation is undisturbed, means natural vegetation is there, then it can erode only up to a limit. But if we will remove the natural vegetation, then it gets eroded, it may create a big channel due to erosion only. So on an average it is about 750 or more mean annual rainfall. Okay, now what it is saying, amount of the soil discharged by the rain depends upon the intensity of the rain. It is how much its detaching capacity. Intensity means how much it's able to detach the particles. So and amount, intensity, and frequency and the duration of the rainfall has definite effects on the runoff and thus on the erosions. Yes, runoff जहाँ पे भी precipitations या फिर runoff आता है तो think about that infiltration and runoff only. See here, a large total rainfall with low intensity may not cause excessive erosions. Obvious, it's obvious. If a short duration very intense rain is there, then it may not produce sufficient runoff to cause erosions. If both will be there, then it will be serious erosion. Frequent rain maintains high moisture content. If frequently rain is coming, then it will maintain a high moisture content of the soils, which infiltrations will be almost constant, and a low intake capacity. Yeah, this same, which increases the runoff and the erosions. Now the uniform distribution of the rainfall throughout the year is favorable for soil control. If a uniform rainfall distribution is there, it means we are able to control it. Erosion can be controlled because uniform rainfall is there. Then we can predict now how much rain will occur tomorrow, so we can control erosion. Temperature and wind are most evident through their effect on the evaporation and transpirations. Means the transport temperature and wind are the most evident. It is most evident because it will affect the evaporation and the transpirations. Wind also changes the angle of impact and the velocity of the raindrop. It may increase the velocity of the raindrop and angle of impact. It can also change. And solar radiation and humidity influence the temperature and the rate of soil water depletion. Thus, have indirect effect on soil erosion. Means if high humidity, then low soil erosion will be there, and high solar radiation, it will be low soil erosion because it will more evaporate. Then evaporation will be occur. Then runoff will be decrease. So these all was about the climatic conditions, climatic factors of the water erosion. Now the second is the soil. So soil physical properties affect the infiltration capacity of the soil. The soil physical property will affect the infiltration capacity, okay, and extent to which the particles can be detached and transportation. Yeah, so in to some extent it will also depend on the detachment and transported. The related terms are soil detachability and soil transportability. We will see this soil detachability and soil transportability. In general, soil detachability uh, increases with increase in the soil particle size. If soil particle size will increase, then soil detachability will increase, and soil transportability will increase with decrease in soil particle size. It is quite obvious, okay. Thus, the clay particles are more difficult to detach than the sand, but clay is more easily transportable because its weight is light. The properties which influence erosion include the soil structure, texture, organic matter control, organic matter content, and moisture content, and the density or compactness, as well as the chemical and biological characteristics of the soil. It is simply saying that these properties influence the soil erosion. Soil structure will also influence, seed, uh, globular structure, globular structure, monoclonal structure. So many structures were there. And texture, soil texture means clay, sand, silt, desert. Organic matter content. What is the organic matter content? And what is the moisture content? And what is the density or compactness of the soil? These all will, and chemical and biological characteristics will affect. Okay. Now see the vegetation. Vegetation includes the vegetation. Don't mean some other thing. Vegetation here only is about root, plant tops, and plant residues. Plant roots, plant tops, and plant residues. The major effects in reducing the soil erosion are soil erosion को reduce करने के लिए that major effects are interception of the rainfalls by absorbing the energy of the raindrop and thus reducing the surface chilling and the runoff. Means interception, what we will do, it will absorb the energy of the raindrop and thus reducing the runoff and sealing surface. It will seal the surface, okay. Retardation of the erosions by decreased surface velocity. Yeah, if the surface velocity will decrease, it means retard erosion को retard कर रहा है, कम करेगा. Because if you will plant some small grasses, then it will decrease the surface velocity. Now physical restraint of the soil movement. Soil movement को भी रिस्ट्रेन कर देगा, रोक देगा उसको भी. Improvement of the aggregations of porosity and infiltration of the soil due to decay of the roots and the plants residue. Yes, due to the plants decay of the root will decay, and plants residue is also there. Due to which the aggregation, porosity, and infiltration will increase, and thus runoff will decrease. Increased biological activity in the soil. Soil के अंदर biological activity will be increased, like a small particles is there, so it will infiltrate the soil more. Now the transpirations, which decreases the soil water, resulting in the increased storage capacity and hence less runoff. Yeah, you know about the transpiration. It decreases the soil water. Soil water means that is in root, means स्टोरेज कैपेसिटी को इंक्रीज कर देगा ना, नीचे अंडरग्राउंड में वाटर को स्टोर करेगा, फिर उसको छोड़ेगा पेड़ के थ्रू ऑन द that is the transpiration and less runoff will be there. This was all about the vegetation. Now last is the topography. Topographic features includes the degree of slope, degree or steepness is the same thing of the slope, and the length of the slope and the size of the slope, size and shape of the water side. Okay, so let's talk about this. Let's see first its shape. Okay, concave slope or convex slopes or complex slope. Three types of slopes are there. The concave slopes are those which have lower slopes at the foot of the hill. Like you can think this this or there, and here is like that. So if it is a hill, on the top, no, on the bottom, it will be like this, means zero slope, means slope is zero at the lower foot of the hill, and if you will go up, this, see, slope is increasing. Slope means tan theta, it is increasing. So less erosion will be there, na? Then the convex one, because here see, in this convex case, here will be highest slope, almost 90°, means maximum slope. But here is, we have already seen 0° almost. So if a rainfall will occur, this directly detach the soil particles. But if rainfall will occur here, it will detach little of soil particle, and it will comes like here deposition. But here detached, very much detached. Now this is the complex one. Convex, concave both are there. So convex, it is the complex. So what is happening here is, the convex is having much erosion, and concave less, and in between is the complex. Now see degree or steepness of the slope. Degree or steepness of the slope means it will be, degree means or steepness means how much is height means. So it will height of the drop. The velocity, falling velocity is directly proportional under root of the fall. We already know this. ठीक है? It means if the land slope increased by 4 times, then velocity of the flowing water approximately gets doubled. Okay, velocity will be doubled. The velocity will be doubled, and the erosion or cutting capacity, that is the kinetic energy, will becomes, it will also 4 times, means v square का directly proportional है. We have to first think with this v equal to under root of 2gs, and after that v is proportional to the kinetic energy proportional to the v square. So erosion or cutting capacity means kinetic energy, and the amount of the material that can be carried, is proportional to the 2 to the power 5 times, and the size of the material that can be transported, that was the amount, and this is the size will be 2 to the power 6 times. Now the last thing is the length, slope length. So slope length is the directly proportional to the e square, मतलब erosion का square का proportional. So this was all about water erosion, na? But now types of forms of the soil erosions or water erosions. So many types are there. So we will study later on. Okay, thank you.